1943. A teenage girl with braided pigtails approaches a woman sitting alone on a park bench. She looks about 12 years old, innocent, harmless. She asks softly, "What's your name?" The woman answers. The girl pulls out a pistol, looks her straight in the eyes, and shoots her dead. Then she gets back on a bicycle and rides away. Her name is Freddie Oversteegen. She is 16 years old. The woman she just killed was a Dutch collaborator who had compiled a list, names and addresses of every Jew in the region, information she was about to hand over to the Nazis. That list would have meant death for hundreds of innocent people. Freddie had just saved them all by the end of the war. She and his sister would assassinate dozens of Nazis and collaborators. The exact number is unknown. When asked, Freddie always gave the same answer: one should not ask a soldier such things. This is the story of two teenage girls who seduced Nazi officers, lured them into forests, and shot them dead. Girls who learned to kill in an underground potato shed. Girls who refused to murder children, even the children of their enemies. Girls who fought monsters without becoming monsters themselves. Freddie Oversteegen was born in 1925 in the village of Haarlem, just outside Amsterdam. Her childhood was anything but normal. Her family lived on a houseboat. Her father earned little money. Her mother, Trinchige, was a committed communist who believed that when you see injustice, you do not look away, you act. When Freddie was still young, her parents divorced. As they left, her father stood at the bow of the boat and sang a French farewell song. She rarely saw him again. Trinchige moved Freddie and her sister Truus into a tiny apartment in Haarlem. They slept on straw-filled mattresses. They owned almost nothing, yet their home was always open. Jewish refugees fleeing Germany. Political fugitives running from the Nazis. Strangers who needed a place to hide. The girls often shared their beds with people whose names they didn't even know. Made dolls for children suffering during the Spanish Civil War. They learned early that some things mattered more than comfort. Their mother taught them one rule: if you want to help others, you must be willing to sacrifice yourself. They never forgot it. May 10, 1940, Nancy. Germany invaded the Netherlands. The Dutch army held out for 5 days, then surrendered. Freddie was 14, Truist was 16. The occupation began immediately. German soldiers filled the streets. Nazi flags hung from buildings. New rules, new restrictions, new fears. Freddie later remembered the sound of rifle butts slamming against doors, echoing through entire neighborhoods as families were dragged from their homes. The shouting, the terror. But the Oversteegen family did not hide. They fought back. Freddie and Truist joined their mother distributing anti-Nazi pamphlets in illegal newspapers. At night, they snuck through the streets with paste and paper, covering German propaganda posters with messages of resistance. The Netherlands must be free. Do not go to Germany. For every Dutchman sent to work there, a German soldier goes too. The front. Then they rode away on their bicycles, hearts pounding. If caught, they would have been executed. But they were never caught. Who would suspect two young girls on bicycles? In 1941, a man named Frans van der Wiel knocked on their door. He was the commander of the Haarlem Council of Resistance. He had heard about the family, the communist mother hiding refugees, the daughters distributing illegal material. He asked Trinchige, "Can your daughters join the resistance?" Freddie was 14, Truus was 16. Their mother said yes. The girl said yes, but Frans needed to be sure. A few days later, he returned dressed as a Gestapo officer. He burst into the apartment screaming in German, waving a gun, demanding to know where a Jewish man was hiding. The girls did not break. They kicked him, hit him, refused to give up a single name, even if it meant death. Then he stopped, revealed the truth. They had passed. He told them what resistance really meant: sabotaging bridges, blowing up railways. And then he paused. "You will also learn to shoot Nazis." Truist looked at her younger sister. Freddie smiled. "Well," she said, "that's something I've never done before." Before they left, their mother gave them one final instruction: always stay human. They were taken to an underground potato shed. In the darkness beneath the earth, they learned how to use weapons, how to aim, how to stay calm, how to kill. Their first mission wasn't murder, it was arson. Nazi warehouses were guarded by SS soldiers. Freddie and Truus approached the guards, flirted, laughed, distracted them while resistance fighters slipped in behind and set the buildings ablaze. It worked perfectly. Frans realized something. These girls could go places men could not. Their youth and innocence were weapons more powerful than guns. Soon came Freddie's first assassination. A Dutch woman, a collaborator, a list of Jews. Freddie rode her bicycle to the park, approached casually, asked the woman her name, confirmed. The target and shot her later. Freddie described the feeling. The first thing you want to do after shooting someone is help them. That instinct never leaves you. The sisters developed methods. The forest. They met officers in bars, flirted, laughed, asked them to walk together. One sister led the officer into the woods. The other waited. One shot, one body. They rode away. The bicycle Truus pedaled. Freddie sat behind. Pistol ready. Ride. Past. Fire. Keep going. 2 girls on a bike. The doorstep. They followed targets home. Knocked. By the time the door opened, it was already over. In 1943, a third woman joined them. Hannie Schafftaft. She was different, red hair, green eyes, unforgettable. A law student expelled for refusing to swear loyalty to Nazi Germany. She became one of the most feared resistance fighters in the country. She was tested the same way. Given a gun, ordered to kill. The weapon clicked him to a test. She passed together. The 3 women became unstoppable. Sabotage. Smuggling Jewish children. Forged papers. Intelligence gathering. Assassinations. Then came the order they refused. Kidnap Nazi Commissioner Arthur Sizes Encourt's children. Kill them if demands were not met. They said no. We are not Hitlerites, Freddie said. We do not kill children. That was the line in 1945. Hannie was captured, tortured, interrogated. She never gave up a single name. April 17, 1945, 18 days before liberation. She was executed in the dunes. When the first bullet failed, she looked at her executioner and said, "I shoot better than you." She was 20-4. After the war, Hannie was honored. Freddie and Truus were ignored communists in a Cold War world. Decades passed. Finally, in 2014, they were awarded the Mobilization War Cross. Freddie was 89, Truus was 91. Someone finally said thank you. Freddie died in 2018, Truus in 2016. Freddie never said how many people she killed. She never apologized. She left red roses on Hannie's grave. Her final advice remained the same. When you make a choice, make the right one. And always remain human.